Hello, Josh. Welcome.
Okay, so is there 4 of you now?
Yes. Won't you join us for 3 Take Thursday?
Okay, I kind of hate this. This seems creepy.
No. Won't you stay? We have taste.
I can't do this. I quit.
You see, guys, I told you he wouldn't think this was funny. You see what you did? Not now. Happy 3-Take Thursday. It's the final 4. I've kicked the other 3 guys out, and I've convinced Josh to stay.
Yay.
Let's start with a little history. Auburn versus Florida, Duke versus Houston. It's only the second time all 4 1 seeds have made the Final Four. The only other year, 2008. There are 2 chances at a first-time champion. The Tigers have made the Final Four for just the second time in their history. They've never won or played in the NCAA championship. Twice the bridesmaid, never the bride. Houston has been the runner-up twice in their history. This is their 7th Final Four. Florida has won 2 championships, and they were back-to-back under Billy Donovan in 06 and in 07. The top of the list, they're true blue bloods for a reason. Duke has won the NCAA tournament 5 times, all under Coach K. Speaking of history, SEC cohorts Florida and Auburn faced each other once this season. The Gators went to Auburn and ended a 14-game winning streak, beating the Tigers 90-81. Florida had 5 in double figures and shot the ball just a little bit better than Auburn that night from both the field and the foul line. But what about the matchup on Saturday night? Florida is a 2.5-point favorite, and I think they will get it done. Walter Clayton has been phenomenal, and he's needed to be to get past some tough matchups against Maryland and Texas Tech. He's averaged just over 22 points a game in the tournament alone. Possible Player of the Year, Janai Broome for Auburn, has also looked the part. The Tigers swept the state of Michigan in the Sweet 16 and Elite 8 round, with Broome scoring 22 and 25. This should be an incredible matchup that I think will be the higher scoring game of the 2. Florida wins a game where both teams score in the 80s. The other matchup is just as enticing with Houston and Duke. The Cougars are old, rugged, and they defend as well as anybody in the country. Duke has electric youth, flash, and they score about as well as anybody in the country. The Blue Devils are a 5.5-point favorite. Cooper Flagg is the truth. He leads the Blue Devils in points, rebounds, and assists, and he's got some serious help with fellow freshmen Con Knipple and Kaman Maluach. They've already beaten 2 Big 12 teams in the tournament, taking down Baylor and Arizona. That's not to mention the beatdown they just handed Alabama. Speaking of beatdowns,
let it ride!
Tennessee struggled to score against Houston, but who hasn't? I think Houston will hold Duke under their average of 83.7 points per game, but they'll have to have good scoring nights from Cryer, Uzan, and Sharp. I think the Cougars get just enough. Auburn and Florida will be in the 80s. This game will be decided in the low 70s. I'll take the age and physicality of Houston. So if I'm right, that would leave us with a matchup between Houston and Florida, where the Cougars and Duke are drastically different. I think Houston and Florida actually have a lot of similarities. They have an experienced guard they look to first for scoring. They have tone setters athletically and physically. They have rosters loaded with guys that are willing to do the dirty work. They rebound well. They both defend well. The biggest difference? Well, as good of an offense as Duke has, Florida's has been just a little bit better. That's enough for me to take the Gators here as this year's national champion. Those are my picks. Let me know where you think I was right, where I was wrong, and as always, enjoy the sporting weekend.